Hi everyone, I am Alchemistic. Welcome to my channel. What you're about to watch is a shortened version of one of our live group coaching calls inside of the Alchemists. This is my private Skool community. The full replay was close to 3 hours long, but I had to edit it down since not everything can be posted publicly. Still, I wanted to share this version so you can feel what it's like to be part of one of these sessions. The live coaching, the breakthroughs, the energy, and the transformation that happens when people stop trying to manifest and start being the version of themselves who already has it. If you'd like to experience this live, either to get coached yourself or to just watch it unfold in real time, our next group coaching session is happening Saturday, October 25th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. You can join the Alchemists right now for a 7-day free trial and see how powerful our community really is. We've got live group coaching, members-only content, daily wins, and some incredible new features coming soon. Right now, the membership price after the trial is locked until we hit 100 active members. Once we reach that milestone, the price will increase slightly, but anyone who joins now will lock in the current rate for as long as they stay a member. So, if you've been thinking about joining, this is the best time to jump in. Try it out for 7 days, see if it's for you, and if you love it, lock in your rate before the next price increase. So let's go ahead and dive into the replay. This one got a little wild, so enjoy the breakthroughs, take notes, and I'll see you inside the Alchemist. As a quick disclosure here, anyone that is on video or on audio gave consent for it to be shared publicly. So let's be grateful for them. Let's be open and ready to hear their stories. They're being vulnerable. So I know they'd love to hear your comments on how you're seeing their breakthroughs in real time. So let's go ahead and dive into this. Hello, everyone. How is everyone's start to their weekend? All right, guys. So I am going to put roles in the chat. So we're going to go to people that have not had hot seat coaching first. If you have not had hot seat coaching yet and would like hot seat coaching, the rule is you have to be on mic, minimum. You can go on cam if you want to. We would love to see your beautiful face, but you don't have to. So what I'm going to do is I am going to write down a number from 1 to 10, put one guess in the chat, no more than one. And the closest one to the number that I write down gets first. Okay, we have Aquila, we have Victoria. Lizelle, choose a different number. Victoria got that one first. So the number is 4. So Aquila and Lizelle, you guys were the closest. So to make this fair, you guys get to choose again. I'm going to write down a different number. So number 1 through 10, both of you. So I know order. Okay, so I wrote down 7. So we're going to go with Aquila, Lizelle, and then Victoria. Let me write that down because I will forget things, guys, if I don't write things down. So we have Aquila. We have, is it Lizelle, and we have Victoria. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started, guys. So I am going to start with Aquila. Give me just a minute to unmute you. And we're going to go for about 15 minutes or so. I give new people more time. Let me know when you are ready.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. It's my first time. But nice to meet you.
Nice to
All
virtually meet you.
right. All right. So, okay, I've been trying, well, I don't know if I'm actually doing it right, but I've been trying to affirm and get my mind set on being my now version. Um and trying to work on myself because I've been back and forth with my SP. We was together for 6 years. We have all these kids together, and it's like we keep going back and forth. And I'm trying to get on a steady, but it's like he's pushing his time off to someone else now,
Okay.
and like leaving
So
me in the blue.
perfect. So it sounds like you're really new to my content. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay. There is a video on my channel that I recommend you watch after this. It's the number one
Okay,
mistake you're making with your SP manifestation.
okay,
I forget the exact title, but it's something like that. You'll see it like on the thumbnail, something like that. It's a popular video. I posted it, I think it was a couple of months ago. But I'm going to tell you briefly right now, stop calling your person SP, especially if you've been with them for 6 years. Who is this person to you? Are they your boyfriend, your fiance, your husband? Who is this person to you?
okay.
I'm
Oh,
asking
you
you.
asking me? He's my boyfriend. I'm
Okay.
trying to upgrade it.
Okay. That's all right. So, first, we need to get your mindset away from SP or X because
Okay,
psychologically, this creates a separation, which separation doesn't actually exist, right?
right.
You are not separate from anything because you are everything. So, this person, your boyfriend, your lover, your partner, whatever it is, right? You don't want to say SP because guess what SP is? Specific person, right? And specific person in the manifestation community means someone I don't have, someone I'm trying to
Mm,
get.
okay,
So guess what that does to your identity? That puts you in the identity of I don't have this person. I am trying to
okay,
obtain this person, right?
okay. I got you.
So when we're talking about affirmations, we're talking about visualizations, we're talking about any technique because techniques don't manifest, you do.
Right.
Who you are being is what manifests. It should be law of being, it should be law of identity, in my personal opinion. Okay.
Okay.
Because all realities exist. It's even proven in science. Parallel realities exist. All versions of reality exist right now. There is no
Mhm.
past. There is no future. There is only the now moment. So every time you say we were together 6 years, but it's been off and off, you're reinforcing that in your now,
Okay.
right? And that's okay. That's the human experience, right? It's the
Mhm.
human experience to not know yourself and what you really are is the I am, right?
Mhm.
To not know yourself and to learn yourself again. That is the whole point, right?
Mhm.
So, the number one success story that I have that everybody rants about, everybody talks about, right? Everybody brings up when they come to see me is the one where he was in a relationship with his boyfriend. Things went sour. You know, he did some just say it, okay?
Mhm.
I don't cuss on my channel because I'll get banned, okay? But I do it here because I can cut it out. All right. When that client first came to me, he did not say, I want to manifest SP. He did not say, I want to manifest my ex back. He literally told me, I want to fix the relationship with my boyfriend.
Oh, I think I remember you talking about that on one of them.
Yep. So right away, his mindset was he was already with this person, just maybe things were a little rocky, right?
Mhm.
No problem. That's a lot easier of a mindset to say, I need to manifest my ex back. He went to somebody else. You see the difference?
Mhm.
Even though that was true in that reality at that time. Okay.
Okay.
So we want to get our mindset into, you've been with this person for 6 years. What are you talking about? It's been back and forth. Okay? It has
Mhm.
not. He's always loved you. Did you watch, if you haven't yet, did you watch the last 2 replays that I put on YouTube of these live meetings?
I watched the first one, but I didn't get to watch the second one because I went
Okay,
straight and had it.
that's okay. That's okay. So, in the first one, I said this too.
Mhm.
What do men do when they're insecure?
They push back.
They pull back, correct. What do women do when they're insecure?
They give too much.
That's the push pull dynamic. Sound familiar?
Mhm. Yep.
See, everything in your reality is whether it's dating coaches, it's psychology, it's woo woo, it's the twin flame journey, they all say the same things, right?
Mhm.
So, what you've got to realize is that him pulling away was because
Mhm.
he didn't feel good enough for you. Men do not
Um,
feel good enough if they don't feel like they are needed or that they can
mhm.
provide enough for you.
Right.
And providing is not just money, providing is emotional security. Providing is being your rock, right? Being
Mhm.
your protector. If he doesn't feel like he's the hero in your story, he is going to pull back,
That makes a lot of sense.
right? If he feels you don't need him, he's going to go where he feels needed.
Right.
You want to know how I know this? People are in the chat saying that I know psychology. There's a reason why. I studied psychology. Okay.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell.
So you have to make him the hero in your story. Okay. I
Right.
know a lot of people talk about, like, if a man does a chore around the house, why do I have to give him so much praise? Because that makes him feel needed.
Right.
If he takes out the trash, oh my God, thank you so much for taking that out. That's it. Simple. Kiss him on the cheek. That's it. You don't have to praise him for and bow down to him,
Mhm.
but just that little bit. Thank you for doing that. It makes me feel, it makes me feel appreciated when you do that. He wants you to feel good too.
That
So,
makes sense because we was in a store one day and um he was buying the kids diapers and stuff and he added my drink on with it and I said, "Oh, I could get it." And I paid for it. And he blew his breath. He was like, I was never mind. And I was it's probably I can understand that now.
yeah. So
I didn't realize I was really doing that.
that's okay. That's okay. It's kind of like when they go to the store, and let's say you send them to the store to buy you some tampons, right? And they
Mhm.
get you the supers instead of the light, and you're on your light cycle right now, and you blow up on them because they got you the wrong ones.
Right.
No. Thank you for getting these, but actually I'm on my light cycle right now. I know you didn't know that. It's totally okay. But thank you so much for getting these. They will literally grab them from you and go back to the store because of that wording.
Mm,
You see the difference?
yes.
So, the other caveat to this is who you are being, because he is just a reflection of you, just like I am just a reflection of you, and all these lovely ladies in the chat are a reflection of you. Um, so, um, who you are being, right? So, if you are being the identity that says our relationship is on and off, right? Our
Mhm.
relationship is back and forth. Where are you being on and off with yourself?
Whew. Um, yes, taking care of myself more because I'm constantly taking care of the kids. And I do put myself last.
And mothers do that. In society, we are trained to do that. However, I am going to push you at minimum for the next week to only focus on yourself.
Okay.
Okay. You cannot give to your children, you cannot give to him without giving to yourself. It's kind of like when you are on an airplane, right? You're on a flight.
Mm-hmm.
What do the flight attendants tell you? In case of an emergency, the mask will fall down.
Mm-hmm.
You have to put your own mask on first before you can assist other passengers.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that is?
Because you can't help somebody else if you don't help yourself first. If you're
How
not
can you
okay, you can't you can't help nobody else.
Yeah, how can you help them breathe if you can't breathe yourself?
Right.
So the same thing here is you cannot give them love if you are not receiving it from yourself. And you receive that from within.
Right.
You cannot give from an empty cup. And right now, yours is completely depleted from
Oh
what you're
yeah.
telling me. You first, kids second, him last.
Okay.
I am dead serious.
I got this.
And any man worth anything would want you to put those children first before
Right.
him. Not before yourself, but before him. It's kind of like this. When I was married and my son was little, I would make food. I would make my own plate first. My son knows this. I just spent 2 hours cooking, 3 hours cooking, however long it was, right? I make
Mm-hmm.
my own plate first. My son's is second, and my husband's was last. I am dead serious.
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna push myself to do this.
And they will say that you're selfish, but guess what men do? They put themselves
That
first.
yes, they definitely do. They definitely do.
But a single father that is still putting himself first before his kids, is he told that he's a bad father?
No.
There you go. So you come first, everyone else comes second for at least the next week. And as far as manifestation goes, girl, you're manifesting every second of the day. You
Right.
manifested being here. You manifested talking to me. You manifested me in your reality. I am just a reflection of you.
Okay.
The ghostly light reflection. Okay. But I am just a reflection of you. Okay. That's it. You need to realize that literally everything in your reality, did you have to affirm for the sun to rise every morning?
No.
Right? Do you have to visualize for you to have air to breathe?
No.
But do you physically see the oxygen in front of your face?
Not at all.
So when people tell me, I've been doing all these affirmations, I've been doing this, I've been doing that, but I don't see movement in 3D, do you see the oxygen in front of your face?
Mm-mm.
But you know it's there.
That's a great
Know
example.
that this man loves you unconditionally, no matter what, and your relationship has done nothing but get better and better over the years. The longer you are together, the more your love grows and the stronger your bond. Know that within your core. And who are you being if you knew that for a fact? Move as that person.
Okay.
You see how easy that is?
Yes.
So you tell me, did I answer questions here?
Yes, you definitely did.
Hey, perfect. Did you have one last little question before I move on?
um, I don't think so. Oh,
Okay.
yes, I do. So I do have one. So what is okay, because sometimes how do I, okay, like say for instance, my mind starts drifting back over to then I get upset and, all this, 'cause it's like in a drift, you know what I mean? Like if 3D starts setting in or however, and things start like coming to my mind, and I just start thinking about everything, all the negative, do I just do I face them, or do I just try to ignore?
So,
So I
what did I
try
say
to ignore.
earlier? That all versions of reality exist, right?
Right,
So, even the version you don't prefer will exist and it will always exist.
right.
So, if you talk to someone that doesn't like cats, right?
Mhm.
Maybe they don't have one as pet, and that's fine. But does that mean that all cats shouldn't exist?
No.
Just because one person doesn't prefer it, right?
Mhm.
That's the same thing with realities. Just because it's a reality that you don't prefer doesn't mean you have to choose it, but it will always exist because creation is finished. When you are manifesting, you are not creating anything. Creation is finished. You are
Right.
simply being the identity that is experiencing that reality. And all versions of you exist. So even the version that is longing and trying and doing all these things will still exist. And that version will fight for your awareness. Go watch my
Mm.
two wolves video. That'll explain that. Okay.
Okay, you said 2 who now?
Two wolves.
2 wolves? Okay.
Yeah, it's the good wolf versus the bad wolf or evil wolf, and it's just it's an old story from Native Americans. It does not
Mhm.
mean that one is good or bad. It just is. Okay. When I
Okay.
say bad, it's mostly the version of yourself that you no longer wish to be.
Right, okay.
Okay. But that version will always exist. There is infinite amounts of versions of you. Think about it. Just in your awareness right now. Okay.
Mhm.
You are a different person here talking to me than when you're talking to your kids.
Right.
You are a different person here talking to me than talking to your man, right? Or
Right.
talking to a sibling, or talking to a family member, or talking to a stranger on the street.
Right.
It's kind of like in customer service, people will say, my customer service voice.
Right.
They couldn't be the person talking to their best friend doing customer service. They couldn't do that.
No.
Wouldn't be appropriate, right? So
Right.
every day you were different identities anyway. You see what I mean?
Mhm.
So you choose the identity you are. You are the selector. That's it.
Okay.
It's that simple. So these noises that you hear from the old self, it's just noise. That's all it is.
Okay.
It's background noise. Think of it as a toddler throwing a temper tantrum, and there's nothing wrong with the toddler. What do? You ignore it.
Mhm.
Best thing you can do. I know as a mother, you know exactly what I'm talking
Oh, yeah.
about.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. So I am going to go ahead and move on to Lizelle.
Thank you
Thank you
so
for
much.
coming on. Yeah, perfect. So, Lizelle, whenever you are ready.
Hi, Alchemist.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I am doing amazing. It's so nice to see you.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you for hosting and doing everything that you're doing. I love your content, and I must say I'm very happy to be here. So thank you for taking the time to talk.
Yeah, absolutely. They're saying lovely sweater. It does. It looks so comfy.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm actually was still sleeping, so I set my alarm to attend to this Zoom because the two previous ones I was actually busy, and I did try to list the content that I consume. So I decided to do this today. So that is why I'm here. So thank you for that. Um,
Perfect. And am I saying your name correctly? Is it Lizelle or Lizelle?
it's actually Liesel, but
Lizelle.
it's
Okay.
fine. Yes.
No,
So
perfect.
whether or I don't mind how people pronounce it because it it's come out sometimes different for each person how they think or how they pronounce it. So it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Perfect.
I think I just want to think out. I want to ask my question because you actually kind of answer some of it that that you answered yes. So, my journey is also about a special person that I have in my life, and I've actually known this person for about 10 years now, and we
Okay.
are on this journey for quite some time. And I'm also not new to the manifestation content. So, I came from the law of attraction and then the law of assumption, Neville Goddard, and all of that. So, um, but last year when we went through a few things and then he blocked me, and
Okay.
I know I can manifest him back. But the problem is, previously I've done all of these techniques and all of this, you need to do something to get something. And I did receive some partial of my manifestation, or it will come in hot and then it will go out, quickly as it get into my life or whatsoever. So then I realized, like everyone else, then you still search for some answers because you know that you've done something or you maybe need something else to do. And then I realized that I need to become and be the person or the version of that person that is in the relationship. The problem that I have is I know it sounds so easy to say to be that person, become that version. And I
It's
understand
simple, not easy.
exactly. It's simple, but it's not easy. So, for example, and I know I'm not supposed to say it, but just for the purpose of asking the question, because maybe someone else can maybe benefit out of this as well. I don't do that much techniques anymore. I only focus on myself. I did a lot of reflection on my own self worth and just a little bit of healing because there was a lot of trauma because I've got divorced from my ex-husband and moved away. Went our separate ways. In between, me and my specific person is not, or my special person, sorry, is not talking and all of that. And while I'm doing that, I feel better. Like I don't have that 24/7 anxiety. I do still experience it some way and somehow sometimes, but I do. I sorry, my English is not that great, so
It's okay.
it's not my
You're
first
doing
language.
perfectly fine.
So I do sometimes get anxiety, especially when I start to think about my circumstances. And I know that I am in a good place, but my mirror reflection of my 3D doesn't necessarily show if I am on the right track. Like, for example, I'm still blocked. There's still not movement. However, I know there's always movement because there's no separation. But how do I know that my state of being actually changed? Because,
So,
like, for example, if I do think about my special person, because he's actually rent free in my mind sometimes. So the past 2 weeks, I decided to, if he came to mind, I say to him, listen, go sit outside. I need to attend to myself. And I try to put the focus back on myself. But it feels like the mirror reflection doesn't reflect back the work, or not the work, but the state of being I try to become, if it makes sense.
yes. So there is a lot for me to correct here. So the 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 thing is there is no perfect situation. There is no perfect um situation where like, oh, this person manifests easier than this person. No, it's all the same, right? The thing is that humans try to put time on things. Time doesn't exist. The past doesn't exist. So everything you told me about the past 10 years doesn't exist. That's just memories you keep replaying in your head. It doesn't exist anymore. Okay? You only have the now moment. The future isn't here yet. The past is gone, right? And the past is all different. If you put two people in the same situation, right, say 10 years ago, and you have them both recall the same story, let's say they haven't been in contact with each other, they're going to tell two different sides of the story. And they're going to have different details and different things, right? One person might say that, let's say, for example, they both went to the bank, right? And they both dealt with the same bank teller, right? One person is going to say that bank teller was an ass. They were a jerk, right? The other person is going to say, "Oh, that bank teller was amazing. They did such a great job. They were so polite to me." Two different experiences, right? So here's the thing is you have to realize that you are both of those people. You are the bank teller, you are the bank itself, and you are the space in the bank. Right?
I think that is the thing that I struggle with the most, because
that's okay.
If you come from the law of attraction, and it's not that I badmouth it was a beautiful journey for me to get to the point where I am today. But I think I can say it for everyone. You get to the point where you do so much techniques. And the problem I think that is for me as well is that I have received, when I did the techniques, I received, something like, and it was not like it took me long to get to the point to receive something. But now that I've changed the dynamic of to become the version, because I really want this to be my last. I don't want to do the work to get to a place where, let's say, for example, we do reconcile, and then it's going to repeat the cycle again, where he's going to walk out of my life again. I don't want that. So I really want to embody that person that already had it all.
So one thing I'm going to ask you is, can I coach you? Are you going to allow me to coach you?
You can do that.
Okay. Because here's the thing is, I was going to get to all of this, but you're talking about the situation. So hear me out, okay? And receive.
Sorry for that.
No, you're fine. And this is what I'm saying is, get into the moment of receiving, okay? And listen what I'm saying. There is no wrong way to manifest, because manifestation is just selection. It's just being, right? What did I tell Aquila? And I know that listening to her story helped you, right?
Yes.
So first thing I'm going to say to you, why are you calling them specific person or special person? Who is this person to you? That's number one. Change the language with that, right? Number two, change your whole viewpoint on this entire situation. So when you talked about law of attraction, that was me. That was me at 16. We're talking 23, 24 years ago. I had to think for a minute, right? That was me at 16, watching The Secret, watching Abraham Hicks, watching Bob Proctor, right? All of the greats with law of attraction. But most people miss a lot of what the law of attraction is actually saying. Even Abraham Hicks says this: you do not manifest what you want. You manifest who you are. What is she saying? You're manifesting who you are being. Who else says that? What does the law of assumption teach? Neville Goddard also teaches what? Self-concept. He teaches that being the self is the outward reflection of the reality that you experience, your perspective of reality, your awareness, right? So when you keep saying, I've been in this journey for 10 years, the universe, source, God, whatever you resonate with, is just saying yes. It can only say yes to you. So when you're saying, I've been in this situation for 10 years, my person has me blocked, the universe says yes, you're blocked.
Okay.
Right? The universe says yes, because you are being that identity that is blocked. Now, when people label things good or bad, it's not good or bad, it just is. Right? This version of reality where you are blocked will always exist. How you shift out of that to the reality that you want is by being that identity and not accepting what the identity that you no longer wish to be would do, right? Like, oh, I'm going to check if I'm blocked. Why do you need to check if you're blocked if you're not blocked? Right? Oh, I'm going to try to message him. Who are you being when you're trying to do that? I'm going to look on his Instagram. Let me see how many people he's following. Why are you doing that? Who are you being when you do these things? Right? And it's like I was telling Aquila, do you have to affirm that you have oxygen to breathe? Do you have to affirm that the sun rises every morning, right? Do you have to affirm these things? No, you don't. You don't need to do all these techniques. You just need to be everything up until this point of your life that you've experienced. You didn't have to do anything for. And I know you're saying, like, I've done these techniques and it's gotten me results because you weren't attached to the results.
Okay.
So the technique didn't manifest. It shifted you to the identity that was already experiencing it. And that is quantum leaping. When people talk about quantum leaping, quantum jumping, reality transurfing, it's all the same thing with a different label, right? They are talking about being the identity. All techniques, when you say I am, and then your affirmation, what is that? That is stating that that's what you are. Like Muhammad Ali said, I am the greatest there ever is, even when he wasn't. Therefore, he became the greatest of all time. He became the absolute GOAT, right? It's literally in everything. It is in religion. It is in pop culture. It is in literature. It is in songs. It is in everything trying to tell you what you are. And you need to realize that your reality itself, this person would not exist in your awareness of existence if you weren't aware of him. So why wouldn't he want to be with the person that makes him exist?
That is true. That is true.
Right?
That is something I've doing this past 2 weeks is by just doing the goddess state. Like, what would a god feel like or do or be? They wouldn't be or do anything because they already have it all, and they couldn't exist without my awareness. So I
Right.
do grasp it, but I don't know if I just I think try to think about it too deep, or maybe try too hard to understand. Maybe I just need to just let it be and give myself some grace and allow it to, unfold, and not to be hard on myself that much as well. Because I really do feel much better because I don't have that 24/7 anxiety. So I regulate it much better. If I think about him and the past, I do allow myself to just think about the lovely things. It's just that I think, like everyone else, I do get a little bit tripped up with the time. Is definitely a problem for me. And
That's the human
maybe
experience.
looking for evidence that this is actually working as well.
The human experience is separation. The human experience is duality. So you would not know what light is without darkness, right? You would
That's
not
true.
know what hot is without cold.
That is so true.
So it has to be a duality based reality. Just like if you watch the recent video that I posted, and I talked about this during the last live streams, is hate is not the opposite of love. Fear is. And most people confuse love, but it's really fear, right? Saying, I can't live without him. I can't go about my life without him. That is not love. That is fear.
That is so
Right?
true. I think fear is one of the most, I think Napoleon Hill actually talk about fear. Fear is the stem of everything, the opposite of love. And
Fear is the devil, right? God is love. Okay. You see the distinct difference there. And that's only the human experience. There's another person in the chat here that has had a similar experience to me, where we have transitioned, if you will, and we experienced the death experience and what the I am really is. What the I am really is just pure love energy. And there are no human words to explain it, because humans believe what love is not. It's fear.
Yeah,
right?
They base it on emotion.
Right. They base it on their emotion. And what is emotion? People mistake chemistry when it's codependency, when it is a trauma bond, when it is all these different things. And what does that boil down? Fear. Right. I talked about this when I was talking about attachment styles. The avoidant and the anxious attachment is afraid of the same thing. They are afraid of abandonment. They just have different responses to it. The avoidant just leaves because they're afraid that they're going to be abandoned, so they do it first. The anxious attachment pursues more, gives more, right? Because they're afraid of losing, and they crush, right?
Yeah.
It's like the whole saying of holding a bird and you're wanting it to fly, and you're sitting there holding it like this. It can't fly if you don't let it go.
That's true.
So
okay,
right now,
right
now, what you're doing is you're holding on to the bird. Why won't you love me? Why won't you love me? Why won't you love me? Right? You have to let it go. That's detachment. Right now, you are confusing attachment and codependency with love. And that's okay. That's a human experience. I've been there. Everybody's been there. Okay. You have to have experienced that to know what true love is, to know that letting go, whether this person is with someone else, whatever the case is, you are okay with or without them. And that is the hardest step with people that are trying to manifest a person, is being okay with or without them. And you'll see it all over Reddit. You'll see it all over success stories. The moment I detached and said, I'm good with or without them, they showed up. But you can't do this to get. So if you do that, tricky, if you do that to try to get them to come in, they're not going to.
Yeah. No, I must admit, because I've manifested him so many times, so I can also speak out of experience. The moment when I was like, just, I don't care anymore. There was a time that I actually deleted his contact details and just went on with my life. He popped up like daisies. So it must come from a natural state. So I do understand everything that you're saying. And I think I'm in a better place than I were. It's just that I think there was just a little bit few loose ends that need to be tied up. And I think that you exactly explained it to me, because I am actually, what is it? Attachment.
Anxious attached.
Yes, I do that because I'm also had the fear of abandonment.
So he had no choice but to be the avoidant. You gave him that role.
Exactly. So.
And that's okay. You don't beat yourself up with that. Okay. On my channel, there's a technique. Trying to remember which one. It's the 2-letter technique. Go watch that and write the 2 letters for yourself. You're going to let go of the person that was anxious attached, right? And needing this person and all these things. You're going to write her a gratitude letter, because without that version of Lizelle, you would not know what you want. Okay. You would not know what your desire is. So we're going to write her a gratitude letter, and we're going to send her off with love. And then the second letter you're going to write is a love letter to your new self, who you are becoming. Okay. Go watch that video. It is on my channel. I recommend doing that. And then, report back on the community what you feel after that. But a lot of people do shift just from that.
All right. And then I'm still going to focus on my self-concept and not too much on him or the situation or the circumstances. I'm
How
still
can
on
he
that
focus on you if you aren't focused on you?
Exactly. So I'm still going to do that. And I just must admit, I do enjoy it. It is kind of
the
lovely
mirror, right?
to put myself in.
this is the mirror, right? Pretend that my camera is the mirror. If I want the reflection in my mirror to look at me, I have to look at it. The moment I look away, how can it look at me?
Mm.
That's
True.
him. He is your reflection. So if you are not looking at yourself, how can he look at you? Love
That's
yourself
true.
like Kanye loves Kanye. Okay, if you know the reference. Okay.
Yes, I do. I do.
You have to be obsessed with yourself in order for others to obsess with you.
Yeah, that's something I'm still working on, because I do have the tendency to put myself down and be very harsh on myself. So, yes, that is something I definitely still working on.
Perfect. So I am going to move on. I was trying to give you as much time as I possibly could, but there
Not a
are
problem.
others
Thank
waiting.
you. Not a problem.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
You too. Okay, Victoria, are you ready, sweetheart? I'm about to send you the request to unmute.
I sure am.
Perfect. And I know chat is going nuts. Hi, so nice to see you.
Alchemistic and I have worked together before one-on-one, but this is our first time actually seeing each other, so it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, so I wanted to start doing this mainly for the community, but I also will be doing it in my intensives as well, because I have that SP one coming up, but I also am going to be doing a general one for everyone to set up their 2026. But
nice.
That's in the works. And this is what I'm telling you guys. Like, I do a lot behind the scenes, and you have no idea what all I do. But yes. And what I'm going to do is once we get through everyone, I will go through the chat and see what everybody has been saying and kind of comment on that. But Victoria, what is your question?
My question is probably going to be along similar lines to what a lot of others have shared. I have been.
It's always a theme.
It's always a theme, of course. I've been with my boyfriend for almost 3 years. He is the first guy that I have dated since I got divorced. So, big relationship and all of that. He doesn't have any kids. I don't have any kids. It's an easy relationship from that perspective. But it's been difficult. To be blunt, I'm on the verge of breaking up with him. And that really sucks to me because I do care about him a lot. I think he's a great person in general, but he's just not showing up for me the way I need him to. And so I've been trying to manifest a healthier version of him so we could have a healthy relationship together. I've been focused more on myself as much as humanly possible. I live alone. He voluntarily moved 1,200 miles away and keeps saying he's going to move back and has not. So the biggest thing I'm juggling with now is focusing on myself while also, I guess for lack of a better term, simply not reacting to the feeling of disrespect that I feel based on his actions in the 3D. He's not cheating on me. He's not lying to me, but he's not really participating wholly in the relationship. Like it's less than bare minimum. And
So
I'm having a hard time juggling between the two, like stay in myself in my goddess mode. But he and I literally talk every day and I'm just waiting. Like, you going to start showing up more and sharing more and being more participant, but it's, 2 10-minute calls a day and that's about it. And it's like, you've been gone for almost 9 months, broski. You got to start showing up more than this. So I'm just having a little hard time juggling them both at the same time. That's all.
And I have a few different clients that are in a similar situation where they are in contact with their person. Sometimes they're married. Sometimes they even live together, but they're sleeping in separate rooms, right? They're not on good terms right now, stuff like that. So there's all different types of situations. And that's what people need to understand is that they are different situations, but really the same. Right? It wouldn't matter whether he's 1,200 miles away and not giving you what you feel you need, or if he was in the same bed with you and still not giving you what you need.
Yeah, we've been through that before too.
Right.
Yep.
And so that's what I'm trying to say. And as someone that's been married and divorced, I'm sure you experienced that in your marriage too, where you're living together, but they're there, but they're not there. So
Oh, yeah.
that's why, it does not matter what the situation is. Some people have told me it would be so much easier to manifest if I was talking to my person every day. Yet here you are telling me it's harder for you because of that, right?
Yeah. And it's not that I don't want to talk to him. Like, I do
Sure.
enjoy the conversations we have, but there's not enough depth. There's not enough emotional availability. It's like, dude, it's been almost 3 years. Like, come on.
I don't know what's going on with my camera right now. Are we going to clear up?
I know. Now it's a whole, Vaseline vibe. I'm digging it.
I secretly put Vaseline on my camera while you were talking.
I was a model in my 20s. I've seen everything.
So what you have to realize is it does not matter what your situation is, whether you talk every day, you see each other every week, you see each other, they don't talk to you, you're blocked. Everything is the same. And that's what people try to tell me. My situation is different because, and someone's trying to enter and I didn't even realize. I've probably been over here. Sorry, Jennifer. You're going to see the replay, honey. I've been coaching and I've had to make it where I have to allow people in because otherwise I can't. Like it's a whole thing. You'll see it on the replay what I was talking about earlier in the video. But what was I saying about you? So it does not matter what the situation is. And see, people try to say, my situation is different because there's distance. My situation is different because we live together. My situation is different because, there's a religious differences. My situation is different because there's a 3P. It's all the same. It all goes back to who you are being. So the reason why he's not stepping up for you is because you aren't stepping up for yourself. And I know you say, I've been focused on myself. I live alone, right? But really, have you? Or have you been trying to do things that people consider self-love and self-care with the thought like, oh, if I do this, sneaky, I'm going to get them.
I'm gonna get my man.
This concept of self-care is, I'm 41 and I am just learning how to take care of myself by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
It is a very new concept for me. And some of it is, I guess I should say, performative. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is what people do for self-care. But I'm still discovering what self-care even is for me. Because
Right.
I've spent my entire life marginalizing myself, people pleasing, being a perfectionist, being productivity obsessed to prove my value because I have autism and ADHD, feel like I'm never good enough and nothing I do is right. So I have to overcompensate. So I'm training myself through that. But yeah, some days I show up for myself like I'm a goddess. Some days I show up and I'm like, I wish I didn't wake up this morning, and it's that real on a different basis. And of course, going through perimenopause and having crazy hormones all the time doesn't help either. So it's trying to identify with the healthiest version of myself and stay there.
I'm going to be posting a video about this, about how humans put labels on themselves and then they make that their entire identity. Right. Like you'll see comments on various things as people saying, let's use myself as an example, as a blonde white woman, ...
Yep.
Right. Or as a lesbian, ...
Yeah. Or as a Gemini, ... Or as an anxious person, ... And yeah.
Right. So they have made that their identity, that because of this thing, it's a block. It's a hindrance. It makes them different than everybody else. It gives them a disability. It gives them a disadvantage, right? I'm marginalized because of XYZ, right? And I know I post a lot of videos on neurodivergency. When I post those videos, I literally say that I'm autistic with ADHD. So that way I can relate to other people. However, if you notice in some of those videos, I'm telling you, don't use this as a crutch. Make it as your superpower. Work with your brain instead of against it. That's alchemy, right? There's a reason why I call myself alchemistic. So with that being said, we don't want to say because I'm autistic, because I'm ADHD, right? Because I'm autistic and I need structure and I need these things. What are you doing? You're putting a block on yourself. Because I'm ADHD and I'm scroll brain and I forget things, putting a block on yourself. Right? Switch that around. Because I'm autistic and I'm detail oriented, that means I can manifest even better than other people. Because I am self-aware and I know what I need. Because I'm ADHD, I can multitask and I can manifest multiple things at the same time. You see, you're switching it. Because of these things, I get. Because of these things, I'm better, right? As opposed to, this is my hindrance. So when you're labeling things, the mirror can only say yes. So that's kind of what I've done with my own neurodivergency. But you notice in any of my other content, except for when it is trying to help people that are neurodivergent, do I say that I'm autistic or have ADHD? Nope. Because I don't make that my entire identity or personality. Right? And that's where I'm trying to shift people. Like, this is not who you are. Okay? You are the I am. You are this almighty, powerful being. I don't care what you call yourself. And I say this in my videos. You can be God. You can be source. You can be higher self. You can be spirit. You can be anything. You can say that you're a holy cow. And Moors is already mooing in the chat. See, she knows. She knows what I'm about to say. Right? It does not matter what you call yourself or what you call the I am. It will always be the I am. Right? So who do you say you are? Are you the person that is begging for scraps, begging for a 10-minute phone call? Or are you the person that stands in her power, is so engrossed with herself that she misses the phone call? Guess what he might do if you miss his phone calls?
Usually he does nothing. He just waits for me to call him back, no matter how long it is.
Okay. But who are you being when that's the result?
I don't really care. I'm kind of unbothered. Most of the time when I call him back after he's called me, he doesn't even answer anyway. He'll just call me back like 10 minutes later. I'm just like, well, what the fuck? Then why bother? Like,
so what you need to do is go back and do the self-concept guide. Make out your 2.0 version without him in mind.
Okay.
Right? Who do you want to be? Like Victoria's ultimate goal. If Victoria wants to be married, if you want kids eventually, that's fine too. If not, that's okay too. I mean, I have an adult son. I don't plan on having any more. I'm good.
I had a hysterectomy, so I can't. So
I did my participation to society. Thank you.
You did. Hallelujah. My sister has 3 kids, so she did them for me. So I'm good.
Yeah, there you go. You can be the fun aunt. So
I am.
So what do you want out of life? And become that. If you want the marriage, if you want the happily ever after, that's fine. But don't think about one person when you're writing it out, right? How does the person that has everything that you want, think of yourself 5 years, 10 years from now, write her out, right? Everything about her. And then you can do, what was it? That video where I talked about the lists of 1 through 100 of what you want in life.
Oh
Then
yeah,
you
I
can
just
do
did
that.
those. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep.
Think about who you need to be to have those things. Right?
I got to have a whole lot more self-confidence on doing shit by myself. Plain and
But
simple.
you've been
I
doing
hate
it.
doing things by myself.
You've been doing it all by yourself the entire time because everyone is you. You see my point?
Mhm, mhm.
Like literally everyone is you. So you have been doing it on your own this entire time. And some people might say, oh, that feels lonely, right? Doesn't. It doesn't, because it's just different perspectives of the I am. They're all valid. So does that help? Does this help what, what you were saying?
Yes, definitely. Like I know that I spend less and less and less time focusing on the relationship with him and all of that. We actually just had a disagreement earlier today, and he got defensive and passive aggressive while I was trying to speak clearly and be mature and not get upset and all of that. And something about after I got off the phone with that, just something switched in my head where I was like, I am just detached from this. I want him. I do not need him. I do not need this version of him. I do not accept this version of him. This is not okay. Full stop. Like, if he calls me
Period.
back and wants to talk again, all
Yes.
right, I will be an adult. If you start doing this again, I will call you on it like a fucking teacher, and we are not doing this because mama has respect and you have to meet me there.
See, in my own situations, I've literally told people you're not the version I want. You can come back when you are. And I hang up the phone.
Oh, yeah. Well, I love that Morg said to moo at him. Girl, I grew up on a cow farm. I will moo at him. Trust me. I will moo at him and he will be so confused and I will love it. So,
yeah, tell him you are stepping away from this situation so he can calm down. And when he can be an adult and talk to you, that's when he can talk to you. And then hang up the phone.
Yeah. I've done that before in the past. Yeah.
So, I mean, we are not 15 anymore. Right?
He's 40.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He is a grown adult, so he can act like an adult.
He's working on that. Maybe someday.
It's
we all
now.
hoping for it. We all trying to align with that timeline someday.
It's now. But what you want to do is for the next 7 days, completely focus on yourself. Go back to that. And it's okay to go back to that as many times as you need. And then after that, yeah, you can write your list of what you want in a person, but don't think about him. Think about what you want, right? Your must-haves, your deal breakers, all of those sort of things. Write those out and then release who it is. Detach. Because here's the thing. If a better man showed up at your door, are you going to be mad? No. That's actually what you want. That's actually Prince Charming. That's actually going to sweep you off your feet. Literally. That has happened to me. Okay.
Yeah, me too. I like when guys are stronger than me. So
Right. So put yourself as the version of yourself that is already experiencing that. And either he shows up as it or someone else does. And it does not matter what happens. And yeah, sometimes people's person shows up that way. Sometimes not.
Yeah.
But are you mad either way? Because there's 8 billion people in this world. Someone's going to do it.
Yep. That's true.
So I am going to see who else would like coaching, Victoria, if that's okay with you.
Absolutely. This is so helpful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. So did anyone else want hot seat coaching for the next 45 minutes that I am on here? Okay, we have Morgs, Ashley. This is how I coach. Victoria can tell you guys, like, I'm insane. But it works for people because you can't be so serious all the time. Like, who wants a seriousness all the time? Like if you really want to manifest, quote unquote, which is shifting realities, have fun. Have fun. Childlike wonder. All right. So if we only have Morgs and Ashley, it's only 2. So I'm just going to go with who said me first, which was Morgs. Morgs, whenever you're ready.
Okay, you can hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I've been taking notes from this call. It's been
Do you
it's
have
been
like a full notepad?
I have it's on my notes app on my phone,
Okay.
where I write fan fiction.
Hey, I love it.
Yes. Um, my question that I wanted to bring in for this call was I was thinking from your post earlier today, about what if you've never loved, you've only feared. And I can't remember verbatim of what um the okay, it was the stepping into the version that is loved and is chosen. Um I think my question was just practical or daily shifting advice that you have with that.
With what exactly?
With when you were talking earlier about um, you have a different version of yourself with your children, with your parents, the
Yeah.
different identities. With romance love specifically, I was just curious as to because I really like the psychology factor you were bringing in earlier. What identity shifting can look like from that element?
I'm trying to understand the question. And I know you've asked it now 2 times. I'm trying to understand the question. Um, because you're asking me how to be the identity. I'm not understanding the question. What identity?
That is loved.
You be love. You can't experience love without loving yourself. And you've experienced what the I am is. You've experienced what true love is. You feel that with yourself. You, more than anyone, can understand what I'm saying. But I think the nuance here is that you're wanting someone else to tell you that that's not right. You're wanting someone to tell you that that's wrong, but it's not. It's so simple, but it's like you're wanting to overcomplicate it. Am I right?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Love is the absence of fear. If you had no fear, right? No, this thing in my past, this is who I've always been, right? Take the vessel, take the identity of Morgs completely out of it, and you had zero fear. What would you do right now?
Yeah. I see what you mean. And I apologize. Sometimes I struggle with verbalizing what's in my mind.
It's okay.
like it like
You
it won't
don't need to
translate.
apologize. You don't need to apologize because no one will understand you but you. So trying to translate yourself, don't do that. Be you. Either I understand you or I don't. But the more you are your authentic self with being you completely, watch your world shift. It does not
Yeah.
matter if I understand you or not. Do you understand yourself?
Yeah. Yeah. And just voicing that, it can be so sneaky, that fear of that hidden fear of
not
you
being
can't.
understood.
Yeah, yeah.
But where are you misunderstanding yourself? Where are you not allowing yourself to be understood? Because again, I'm just your reflection. So don't apologize to me. It doesn't matter if I understand you. It matters if you understand yourself.
Yeah, I shame. There's some shame in there, that fear.
And what is shame when you boil it down?
Fear.
Because the opposite of love is fear. Anything that is not love is fear. It's funny because on that video that I posted, and I was commenting on our last couple of live streams, right, about this, that hate is fear. And I brought up the example in that video that someone that hates trans people is labeled as what? Transphobic. Some of my comments said, yeah, it's transphobia if you're afraid of trans people, like being a smartass. And that's how that person is. That's what they always do. But it doesn't matter to me, right? I said yes. And this is what I thought. And I didn't comment this. I just said, yes, you're right. Exactly. Someone that is transphobic is it's experiencing fear, right? If someone committed a hate crime against a trans person because they're trans, what are they labeled? Transphobic.
Yeah, and
It-
phobia is fear.
correct. Correct. And this is why really racism should be like race phobic. All versions of hate should be a phobia because that's what it is. Right?
Yeah, and the and just voicing that, and feeling the shift. um I guess I could call it like micro assumptions about myself, and that have built over time and become hidden and kind of generalized, so they're hard to spot, is shame in myself, shame in my interests, fear of not making any sense. And it's it's funny because I'm living in my mind and then voicing it out loud. It's it's interesting to see it.
Right. Most people live in their minds. Your entire world is in your mind. That's why if you want to shift your reality, you shift your mind. You shift how you see it. You shift how you perceive it. That is
Yeah.
identity-based manifestation because your outward reality is in relation to how you see yourself and how you see yourself in relation to reality. So if you're constantly afraid of being misunderstood and apologizing when someone misunderstands you, what is that doing?
Reinforcing it.
That's why I said don't apologize. I am merely reflecting you. So if that is a fear that you have, it's going to happen. This is why when people say you don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you fear, I get what they're saying, but that's not always the case, right? Yes, if the fear is louder, and you're putting your awareness on the fear, then yes, that does happen. But you choose where your awareness goes. Where awareness goes, what? Energy flows. So if you have the fear, right? Like, let's say someone that wants to lose weight, okay? They have food noise. Oh, it's just one piece of cake, right? The fear says, if I eat that piece of cake, I'm going to gain 5 pounds.
Right.
Sometimes the fear wins and they eat the cake and then they gain the 5 pounds because that's what they assumed, right? But if you say, no, it doesn't matter. I can have the one slice of cake. It's okay because the rest of the week I'm eating well and I'm working out and I'm doing these things, whatever it is. You see the mindset difference. So they will still either maintain or lose weight if they know that it's okay. It's just one piece of cake. I can have the piece of cake, right? That's how you don't spiral. But if you feed the fear will say, oh, now that you ate the piece of cake, you're going to gain 5 pounds. So you might as well just go have a bucket of fried chicken anyway. See how it spirals.
Yeah.
You messed up anyway, so you might as well.
Yeah. Giving your power to fear, and then it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Right. Right. That's with everything. So most people that say have a crush, right? They've been crushing on someone at work. They're scared. Their fear is that they're going to say something stupid, right? And that they're going to
Yes.
mess it up, right? Like if I tell him or her that I'm interested, I'm going to mess it up. If I tell him or her that I'm attracted to them, they're going to think that I'm cringe, right? Or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So then they don't do that. And it's going to be reflected. So now that person might be feeling the same exact thing and never approaches them for the same reason. But if they were in the mindset that, no, it doesn't matter. If I express that I'm interested in them, it doesn't matter the reaction because I am anyway. I am chosen. I am loved because I choose and love myself. You see the difference?
Yes.
So a lot of times when you change that slight difference, you tell them, would you like to grab coffee sometime? People are like, you know what? It actually sounds good. Difference.
Yes.
Difference. Because it's literally psychology. Because if you are being the person that is afraid that they're going to judge you, you're going to sound different. You're going to talk to them differently. You're going to have different body language. You're going to have different expressions. You're going to have a different tone of voice. Tonality is 70% of communication. Right?
Yeah.
It's the difference of, hey, I'd like to grab coffee with you sometime. Gentle smile, right? Then, hey, would you like to grab coffee sometime? It's okay if you don't.
Yeah. Like the Bella Swan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You see, there's a key difference, and people don't realize that that's what they're being when they're working out of fear. When they're approaching their person of interest out of fear. Fear of rejection, fear of looking bad, fear of messing it up. You can't mess up what you already have. And there's already a reality where you already have it. So how can you mess up what is already created?
Yes. Yes.
You can't.
Yeah. Now I get it.
Creation cannot be, realities, manifestation, all of that sort of stuff cannot be created or destroyed. It just is. Everything is manifested. Everything, including the things that you don't want. And there's no good or bad. There just is. So does that answer your question in my roundabout way of chaos?
Yes, absolutely. It does.
Okay. So if it's okay with you, I'm going to go ahead and move on to Ashley. Ashley, are you ready?
Hi, Alchemistic.
Hey.
So I I stepped into the old identity today. I had been doing good, and I was about to say I did something bad. That's quote unquote bad. But as I'm saying that, I'm like, okay, well, it's just something I did. It's not good or bad, I guess. But so this is mostly about special person. I was about to say it. This is mostly about my person, partner, to be. But so I think I mentioned in the group that um, he has been following me on social media under a fake account, and I've tried to kind of ignore it, but he's been more active with like liking my posts, watching my stories. And it's so obvious now because even the stuff he likes that I post, they're like things that I know he would think are funny. But tonight, he reposted a video of some random woman, and I got triggered, and I got so triggered, and so I feel silly.
What do men do when they're insecure?
Lash out. I don't know.
What do
Pull
men do when
back.
they're insecure?
You said they pull back.
Correct. So pulling back, hold on. Pulling back can look like different things, right? Pulling back can look like blocking you, not talking as much, not being emotionally available, right?
Yeah.
Pulling back can be stalking you from another account. Pulling back could be reposting another person because they don't feel like they deserve you. So now they've got to go with the second best. They've got to go with someone else that they feel will accept their breadcrumbs, that they feel
She was a
will
random
accept it.
person. He doesn't even know her. And I felt like he was doing it because he suspects that I know that it's him and he wanted to make me jealous. And it's also stupid. But I just feel kind of like I'm not sure why or how I'm creating this dynamic still, I guess.
Why are you even aware of it? Why are you on social media? Because be honest with me, Ashley, you're going on there to see, oh, did he like my post yet? Oh my God, did he like my post? Let me go to his page. Did he post anything?
That's only a little bit of it. The more honest answer is I'm on TikTok a lot because I'm still in a lot of pain with the chronic thing that I've been manifesting
Sure.
away. And it's just a way for me to like laugh and disassociate a bit. And then I notice him.
So unfollow him. Why are you following him?
Yeah, I guess I could do that. And
You're noticing it because the bad wolf, the self you no longer wish to be, says, oh my God, did he post yet? He posted someone else.
yeah. Yeah.
It's a sneaky. It's the self you don't want to be. It's the identity you don't want to be saying, give me attention, give me attention, give me attention.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
It's the one that's not chosen, not adored, not everything that you want. Saying, give me. It's like what is that movie? Little Shop of Horrors? The plant? Feed me. Right?
Yeah.
It's saying feed me, and you're like, here's a whole person.
Yeah. I guess like I feel like mostly I have been feeding the good wolf in regards to him lately. And as a result of that, I feel like there's no question within me that it's unfolding and that he will be back soon and make a return. Like I completely feel that intuitively at this point. But I guess like one of my questions, and I guess this goes back to self concept, but it's like there is a part of me that is really afraid of the past replaying again. Like, I want things to be different this time. I don't want us to fall into this vague, intimate, close, emotional, like relationship. Like, I want it to be like consistent. I want to be pursued with clarity. And, I don't, and then part of me is, because I have people who have said, well, you need to act like you're over it when he comes back, or you need to act unavailable, or don't say like honestly what you really feel, like hold back. And I feel too in my head about it.
And I already know, you see my facial expressions. I already know you're like, I know what she's about to say.
Tell me.
Why are you listening to other people? Why are you listening to them? Who cares? Who cares what they say? Stop talking about him to them.
Yeah.
All it's going to do is feed the old self. It's feeding that version of ego, because ego just is. Ego is not good or bad. Ego is identity.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Ego is the version of Ashley that knows that he has a fake account, that knows that he's posting someone else, that knows that this, that knows that, right? That version of Ashley has people giving her advice like, if he wanted to, he would. If he wanted me back, he would, right? Or when he comes back, act like you don't care.
Yeah. And that doesn't feel natural to me. Like, if I was being 100% authentic, I probably would say something like, I really appreciate you telling me this. And, I'm a little, of course I can forgive you, but I need some time. Like, I don't trust you right now. Like,
that's the new self, or the good wolf trying to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Saying, don't listen to the old wolf anymore. Don't listen to the bad wolf anymore. The good wolf is like, listen to me. This is the new self. This is the self that we chose. Why are you listening to that version? Listen to me. You see, the good wolf will start fighting the bad wolf for you. Yeah. Your own thoughts are saying that. Like, you don't listen to this. Don't trust this. So when these people are bringing up these things, like, oh, if he wanted to, he would. When he comes back, act avoidant, act aloof. Who are you being when you're listening to that? And if these are your friends, tell them. If these are your friends, tell them if they bring him up. And I don't know. Okay. I didn't know if my mic was working. It's showing great now. Perfect. So if they bring him up, say, I don't want to talk about it, and then change the subject.
Yeah.
You choose to engage with that. You choose, right, to acknowledge that.
Yeah. I guess it doesn't matter like what I say or don't say when it comes down to it. It's like how I feel and who am I being? And I mean, I think what you teach about shifting self-concept and like becoming obsessed with myself in a healthy way and knowing I get what I deserve and I don't settle for anything less, that has an aura all of its own. And it's almost like I feel like doing that will accomplish what the advice giving tries to do with tactics. Does that make sense? Like,
it does.
Yeah, because if in the past, I think I was too available to him. But it's because I wasn't like happy in myself and my life. So,
Right. You weren't so obsessed with yourself. So you were trying to fill that space with something else.
Yeah.
And you chose him to fill that space with. Because if you are truly obsessed with yourself, you're truly obsessed with your goals, your wants, everything that you want out of life, you would forget sometimes that he's there.
Yeah, exactly. And I think for me, this has felt complicated. And like you said at the beginning of the call, everyone says, but my situation's different.
It's different.
Well, my version of that is that because I have been dealing with this chronic pain thing, that like it's kept me from doing the creative things I want to do. I'm not in flow a lot of the day. I'm not losing track of time doing the things I love because I'm, just laying around with pain. And so it makes it really easy for me to fixate on him.
Flip it. Flip it. Because I'm in bed and I'm resting, I'm giving my body the thing it needs to heal. And every day I'm in less and less pain. And because of that, once I am on, I am on. And I am in such focused flow that everything happens quickly. I'm able to get a whole day's work of things done that I want done within an hour because of that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see how I shifted that?
Yeah, it's a lot better. It's a better story for sure. Yeah.
Right. Tell yourself that story. That's the person you are. You are the person that is so laser focused that you get done a day's worth of work within an hour of whatever it is you're wanting to accomplish. Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's say you're working on a novel, you're working on a book. You get a chapter done in an hour because bam, 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 bam. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Or some people, the chapter takes them all day.
Yeah. So then when the pain's gone, I'll be like super productive after I've mastered that.
Yeah, you're going to be freaking Superwoman. And you already said you love Superwoman. So there you go.
Yeah.
You are already Superwoman. See, you need to understand that you are already this. You are already pain-free. I understand that when you're experiencing the pain, that's hard to imagine, right? We've talked about that. But every day I'm in less and less pain.
Yeah, I'm telling
every
myself
day.
that, but like today I'm having a flare and it's just been really hard. But I know your migraine story, you said that like, you really had to persist in that and stay committed to it. So
right. Even when you're in pain, I know this is hard, but it doesn't matter because I'm giving my body the thing it needs and I'm resting right now so that I can recharge my batteries to show up for myself.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
This is like I was talking about earlier, that sleep is so important. I talked about that in the very beginning. I don't know if you were here, but sleep is very important. So you'll see it on the replay, but sleep is very important. And I was talking about this because I was using myself as an example because of this launch with the 28-day SP, Manifest SP Intensive. I have been nonstop for weeks, going on like 4 hours of sleep, like downing this nonstop, right? And it caught up with me. And so the last 2 days, I've been mainly sleeping. You guys see me posting stuff. That's in like an hour. Actually productive. Yeah. So you see, I'm using myself as an example here, but you give yourself grace and know that it's okay that you take those rest days. It's okay that you're recharging. It's okay that you need to lie down, right, to heal yourself.
Yeah, I just need extra rest right now, I guess. And nerve pain is brutal. It's brutal. But like I am having these moments where I'm like, you know what? Like I thrive when I rest. Like my body heals when I rest. I don't have to do anything. I just rest.
Right.
And then I just keep getting better and better. So
right.
Yeah.
That's literally it. But I think these last 15 minutes, girl, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this chat and I'm going to read all the chaos that you guys have been doing and probably laughing at my crazy self. And and then I will take, I'm going to scroll to the top here. And then I'm going to take some questions in the chat for people that didn't want to get on mic. Maybe you just have a quick question for me so that I can answer. Is that okay for everyone? The last 15 minutes? Yes, yes. Sound good? I'm going to assume so. I'm scrolling to the top. I'm just letting you guys know. So if you're typing, I will get to it. Let's go to the top here. Okay. See what I missed. And this is me, guys. Like, this is me nonstop, like chaos. All right. Like I said, Victoria will tell you. I believe she's one of the ones that I have sang to in voice notes. Because I'm freaking crazy. If not, I've done it to plenty of people. Like there's the hold on. Because there was stuff I missed here. Okay, yeah, this was when I was talking with, like, is it Lizelle? Alchemistic is also a master psychologist. Girl, I wish. I mean, I can say that I'm that identity. Victoria, my boyfriend is literally the same way. We've even directly talked about why he pulls back and runs, and that's exactly what he said. Exactly, it's his insecurities. Ashley, but he doesn't want you to be needy, right? Yeah. Needy is a repellent. Think about it. If you had someone that was constantly needy, like, what, do you love me? Wait a minute. But do you love me right now? Would you love me if I was a worm? Would you love me if I was a cookie and I was crumbling? Right? You wouldn't want that. Like, who was that? No. All right. Victoria, exactly. Don't be needy, but make him feel wanted. Tough balance. He's the one who chose to move 1,200 miles away, and he's been there for almost 9 months. You're saying that he moved away. You're saying that he chose that. You chose that because you are the chooser. You are the selector of your reality. It's okay, but you selected that for whatever reason, right? But you selected it. Okay, Ashley, fear of disappointment. Yeah, everything is fear. Victoria, can relate to that. I struggle with fear of disappointment and fear of getting what I want at the same time. You already have it. How can you fear what you don't have when you already have it? More, it's being the identity that has already been chosen, not the one trying to be chosen. Exactly. You are the chooser. You don't need to be chosen if you're the chooser. Victoria, I think I just made that shift earlier today after a disagreement. Yeah. You can shift like that. Morg's fear is I can't live without them. Love is something you are, not separate from you. Exactly. Ashley, I feel like I was a healthy attachment style before my person, and then I floated towards anxious. Now I feel mostly healthy with an anxious lean. You are always healthy. What are you talking about? You're already in Barbados. You've always been in Barbados. You've always been healthy. Ashley, it's a weird one. I had a dad who was always present and there for me. My longest relationship, always super intentional and consistent. So, kind of am not how I created other dynamics. Okay. I'm going to scroll down a little bit because this is you guys mainly talking amongst yourself. Yeah, I agree, Melanie. Lizelle's English was amazing. See, never apologize for how you talk. How you talk is how you talk. I will understand you regardless. Whether you speak another language, you have an accent, or what. A lot of my clients, English is their second language, or third or fourth. I can understand basically every accent. I grew up in a family where I was the whitest person, so if that tells you anything. Morgs, I got caught up in the trap of self improvement, but some of it was actually fear disguised by the identity I used to be. Exactly. And like I said, I'm randomly reading stuff, guys. So, Morgs, if you believe that something is harder, then it will be. Exactly. Exactly. Morgs won't moo. I'm going to get you to moo next time. I'm going to do it. Okay. Victoria, ask me anything about what coaching is like with her, and I'll tell you the tea. Yeah, spill all the tea, girl. Do it. Do it. Get to the job. All right. This is the time where it's delirious. It's just what it is. Okay. Ashley, I will need to listen to the replay. I've been here the whole time. Yeah, definitely listen to the replay. There was a lot that went on before you got here. Victoria, theory, isms, racism, sexism, etc., are institutionalized, society-supported phobias. Exactly. And it's so funny when people try to correct me, like, I know what the hell I'm talking about. I know a little bit about what I'm talking about, just a little bit. I don't put things in my video that I don't know things about. That would be stupid. Okay. Maisel, I'm going to sleep. Perfect, girl. All right. Jennifer, life's too short not to have cake. Exactly. Victoria, embrace your cringe. I do, 100%. Ah. Victoria, 70% how you sound, 20% how you look, and only 10% of what you say. Exactly. I could sit here and this is why I could sit here and tell you that you're a cow and you find it funny. And you love it. You love being the cow. Moo. It's because of my delivery. It's because of how I say it. If I sat here and said, guess what? You're a cow. You'd be like, what the hell's wrong with you? All right. You guys are talking about fan fiction. Perfect. Starve the Wolf. Yes. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me. Yes. See, I knew you guys would get the reference. I'm telling you, I'm crazy. All right. I don't know new references, only past stuff, like old shit. Old. That's not old to me. The past is only memories. That's how the wolf convinces you to feed it. Exactly. See, Morks gets it. She gets it. She gets all of it. Yeah, dating advice is horrible. Don't listen to that stuff. Unfollow all of that stuff on TikTok or YouTube. I'm the big sister, mama, cool aunt everyone needs. No, I'm just crazy. It's fine. Jennifer, me too. You sang Man in the Mirror to me. Exactly. See? See, Jennifer knows I sing, do crazy stuff all the time. Ashley, guys, I didn't disclose that my spinal result in me. Sorry. I didn't disclose that my spiral resulted in me having a couple of psychic readings tonight. Heard the story that he is afraid of committed again, but also heard one he says, why are you going and getting psychic readings? Girl, do you know how easily I could say, think of a tarot card, okay? Because if you're going to get psychic readings, you know what tarot is. Think of a tarot card right now, Ashley. You're still in here? Yeah, you are. All right. Think of a tarot card right now. I have a tarot deck. Think of a tarot card right now, okay? I'm going to prove to you that the freaking reality is you. Think of a tarot card, okay? I'm going to randomly pull a tarot card, and you tell me. Were you thinking of the sun? Because if not, this is what your inner self is thinking of. Happiness, sunshine, true love. That's what the sun, and the sun is a new beginning, girl. Stop going to tarot readers. Stop going to psychics. Why are you wasting your money on that? They're just you. They're just going to reflect back to you what you're thinking in that moment. That's it. That's why it resonates. Ashley, I hate that I did that. Don't hate yourself for anything. Elisa, I've been running on 3.5 hours of sleep every night the last week. One night I only had one. Tonight I'm going to crash. Yeah, crash hard, girl. Sleep. It's worth it. Ashley, that would be so funny if everyone here just started speaking Spanish only one call, like in a TV show. Even people who didn't know it suddenly know. I can understand more Spanish than I can speak. El poquito español, gringa español. And Elisa is over there laughing so hard because she knows I'm crazy. All right. See, I'm the comedic relief. Victoria. Haha, I dig it. I majored in Japanese language and culture, so my Japanese is stronger than my Spanish or French. Yeah, I can understand more Spanish than I can speak. Strength card close. Yeah, see? This is what I'm saying, girl. No psychics, no astrology, no tarot. Victoria spent thousands on that stuff, not worth it. Yeah, me too, girl. This is why I coach like this, because I know I've been there. Okay. Ashley, I think the ones who use cards are less accurate than the ones who remote view. It's just a bad habit. That's your assumption, because I use cards, but I always read intuitively. And because of my assumption, it was always accurate. And I would say things that people were like, how do you know that? Because I'm you? Ashley, okay, I'm committing to it's all me right now. Yeah, stop spending your money on tarot. If you're going to spend your money on anything, make sure it's something for you. Not oh, what, does he love me? Is he going to call me? Is he going to come see me? Is he going to stop following me on a fake account? Who is the person that he shared? Is that someone he's with? Girl, I do this to myself. I make fun of myself. It's fine. I've done this to myself, okay? And this is actually me. I wasn't making fun of you. I was making fun of myself. I've been there. See, Morgs has a great example there. Spend more money on making your space more comfortable for your pain. I mean, I'm going to say it, like, if you just want to spend money and just have me in your earpiece all day, you can get coaching with me. I just opened up more spots for my texting and voice note membership, because it was sold out for a little bit, but someone didn't renew because they don't need me anymore. So now I've got a spot open. Because then if you message me, you're going to have me in your ear hole saying, who are you being right now? And singing and doing silly shit. Jennifer's still here. Ask Jennifer and Victoria. They'll tell you. You'll have me being crazy. That's what will happen. I'll be the comedic relief. You won't experience any pain because you'll just be, well, you might. You'll experience laughing pain. Like your face is going to start hurting, and you might have some pain in like the gut area from, laughing so hard. And, your lungs might hurt a little bit from laughing so hard, but that's about it. That's fine. Exactly. Laughter is healing. So I talked about my cancer story. One thing that I did, like, from when I was diagnosed to my first treatment, is, of course, I was doing the meditations where I was visualizing, like, and it's my version of visualizing, okay, which is basically feeling, because I don't visualize, basically the cancer cells dissolving and dying and flushing out of my system. The other thing that I did is, when I wasn't meditating and I was out in public and everything else, no one knew that I was diagnosed with cancer. Not even my own mother. Okay. No one knew. I just told her that the doctor wanted to see me again in a few weeks, that, they wanted to double check everything. That's all I told her. I didn't tell her I was going in for a cancer treatment. Okay. No one knew. All right. So what was I doing? I was being goofy. I was laughing. I was being myself, as if I was already healed. And this is me. This has always been me my entire life. I'm the goofy one. Okay. So I was watching comedies. I was laughing. I was carrying on. I was doing all these things. More, I tell myself all my pain from lupus will make more round and perfect. There you go. Have you seen Selena Gomez? Psh, she's thick. She's thick. Thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. Ashley, I have to heal this with my I am. I've already done the natural and allopathic routes. Yes, the reading I do for myself say more joy. Exactly. Why are you giving your power away and going to these readers, right? Why? Morg's body like a Coke bottle. Exactly. And there's nothing wrong with surgery either. Like, I don't look down on that either. See, a lot of people will say someone is manifesting a better body, right? and they want the BBL look, right? Nothing wrong with that. And they ultimately get a BBL. They still manifested that because maybe they couldn't afford it. Maybe they didn't have the money for it. Maybe they didn't have the right doctor. Maybe all these different things. See, you don't know. Just because they went and got a BBL, who cares? Who cares? Right? If they got what they wanted, that's all that matters. Right? It's kind of like I told you guys in the last one, like I had jowls just a couple of years ago. And I was considering a lower facelift to lift it up because it's premature aging. But what I did is I told you guys last time is I took photos of myself and I edited them, and I basically did not look like this when I edited them. But I made my hair longer, and my hair was actually very short at the time. I made my hair longer. I made my face the way I wanted, and I look like that now, right? I did not look like that then. And so now I don't need the surgery anymore. But Ashley, what editing app did you use? Face app. Face app. You can even edit your body in there. So if you want, you send your photo to me and I'll do it for you. Tell me I want a fatty. All right, cool. You'll get a fatty. Right? But I put these photos up on my wall with other photos like relationship I wanted, right? Relationship. These are just off to the side now. And yes, my person knows about these. He doesn't care. And that's the thing. If you think that your person's going to care if you do this stuff, then they will. I knew that he would. But yeah, this is a fitness model, right? She has a similar body type to me of when I was fit before. So I put these up on my wall. Same thing here. And if you saw my weight loss videos, I pretty much look like this. I got a little bit more tightening on my stomach to do, but that's about it. We pretty much look like this. We are the same age. She is 39. That is Anna Cherie. So A and then Cherie, Cheri. If you guys ever want to go check her out. I believe she just had a baby. And see, this is what I'm saying. Like, people talk about, oh, you shouldn't have babies after 35. And she did. I'm glad for her. All right. Melanie, I've been there with tarot too. Last year, I once had a tarot reader yell at me because of my circumstances, which weren't true. That's when I truly realized I was done after that. After that, I saw your video on tarot and it all clicked, never went back ever since. See, and I could only come into your awareness because you were ready for that. Morgs, sometimes fear can show up in the micromanaging the how the manifestation will happen, but how or when doesn't matter because it's all now. Girl, preach. See, Morgs is like me preaching at you too. She's gonna take you guys to church. Yes, so well said. Gotta detach exactly from the how and when. The how and when is not up to you. Melanie, knowing the how is boring. Girl, yes. Yeah, where's the fun in that? Like, imagine, okay? You bought a movie, right? And it's a thriller. It's an amazing movie, has a great ratings. And then the person handing you the movie gave you the entire ending. You'd be mad. Like, who wants to know that? Spoilers. God. All right. Ashley, I love that success story. I've wanted a baby with my person, but have worried because of age and health, blah, blah, blah. It's that doesn't matter. There's actually a new study out, Ashley. Look it up. Google it yourself. Our eggs don't matter on our age because we are what? Born with the eggs that we have in our life. Someone that is premenopausal or menopausal has ran out of their eggs, yes, but we have what we have. So our decline doesn't happen until we run out of eggs. As long as you have eggs, you're good. You can go freeze them right now and you're good. The eggs are the same from when you were a teenager to now. It doesn't matter. The IVF process might be a little bit intensive, but yeah, the eggs are the same. This is an actual study. But sperm, male sperm, because it's constantly produced every day, it's not like set that they've had their entire life, declines after they're 35. They're the ones that decline after 35, not us. So if a man wants children, I highly recommend that they freeze their swimmers before they are 35. Hopefully before they're 30, because again, like everything starts to decline and all of these like genetic problems are because of the sperm, not the egg. Now, you know, Morgs, my mother had me at 35, almost 36. There you go. See? My adoptive mom adopted me when she was 45. I get some of my crazy from her. She was like single from her 40s. But she was funny. She said if she's ever reincarnated, and she's been saying this since her 50s, she said if she was ever reincarnated, she wants a hysterectomy at 18, and then she wants to be, for lack of better words, old and make all the money from all these men, and she's going to live her life. That's what she wants. I was like, that's going to be your next life then, because you want it. She used to watch football, not because she likes football, but I would go in and she's sitting there watching football. And we're talking about these old Curtis Mathis TVs. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. The wood TVs that sat on the floor that took like 4 men to pick them up and move them. She's watching football on this TV. And I'm like, which team are you rooting for? She's like, I don't know, but do you see the 54? I'm like, you got to be kidding me. That's why she would watch football. Again, where do you think I get my personality from, guys? Elisa, I just say that whoever I want will want me the way I am. If they want something different, then they can go find someone different. They're not going to laugh so much, though. Exactly. Like, who doesn't want all of this? God, they must be crazy if they don't want all of this. Okay? And here's the thing. And sometimes people will tell me, oh, I'm too ugly to find love, or I'm too overweight, or I'm too skinny, or I'm not fit enough, all these things. I challenge you, because I've never seen it. Find me an episode of My 600-Pound Life where they are single. You won't be able to find it. Case in point. Jennifer, I had my kiddos at 36 and 43. See? And Jennifer, were your pregnancies very good? Because I know people in their 40s that had amazing pregnancies. Melanie, I saw that study. Exactly. It's the sperm's fault. It's not ours. We're literally the portals that bring them in. They're the ones that decline, not us. Morgs, they even sponge bathe their partners on there. Exactly. Exactly, because they love them. It's not the vessel, it's who they are. And they are being the ones that are loved and chosen and adored so much that their partner will sponge bathe them. I'm about to get off of here for sure. And this is going to be, I'm going to have to do a lot of editing on this one for YouTube. Because I was not being very YouTube friendly. But you guys in Skool get the full replay. Regardless, you guys get the full replay. Sometimes I've cut off like the beginning where people are in here and I'm not yet, but you guys get the full replay regardless of when I'm actually on here. but YouTube would not be too happy with a lot of the things that I said during this. So I've got to edit it out, mute. It was not PG. Okay, at all. It was not PG. And Elisa, someone said that I wasn't an attractive man or woman. I definitely am a woman, but she doesn't know is that there are so many people, men and women, who disagree with her. Exactly. Who cares what one person thinks? Do you care if some bum on the street said that you're ugly? No. Who cares? Who cares? I don't care. It's kind of like after my weight loss, I have what's called a frown belly button. And I've considered maybe getting a little bit of a tuck to fix it. But it's like, why should I? That shows how much weight I lost, right? That's the only loose skin I have. I don't have any other loose skin. So it's like, why not keep it? It's my souvenir. See how you flip that? Ashley, the LOA community, has made me feel like I gotta have a perfect self-concept to get the guy. Self-concept is this identity. There is no right or wrong identity. So there is no such thing as having the perfect identity. You already are perfect. You are perfection itself. You are perfection in form. Everything is already perfect. So there is no such thing as a perfect self-concept. I think I have a video about perfection. Why haven't you seen it? 2 videos, I think. I think one is public and one is on the Skool community. It's for members. Morgs, if you ever want me to post notes from these or email them to you, I can. I'm going to head off though. Yeah, absolutely. You can always post them in the community if you want so everybody sees them. Ashley, you are already so generous. They need to make a call. Exactly. Like, I don't mind coaching you. Like, if you need a lot of time with me, that's perfectly fine. But that's why the services are on my website. And people tell me, oh, I've already spent thousands on this and on that. You know, you don't have to. But if you feel like you need my time and my attention and my coaching, that's what it's there for. I'm not telling you that you have to do it. But if you want that personal attention, yeah. like it's okay. It's okay to need help, but just know that I'm you anyway. I'm just gonna say what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I'm not gonna validate the self that you no longer wish to be. I'm gonna tell you you are in Barbados. I'm gonna act like I have dementia and forget anytime you bring up circumstances or past or anything like that. I'm not going to hear you. Ashley, I can't wait to tell my success story. Yeah. Already visualize that. So if that's a goal of yours, already visualize it. Like, it's already done. You've already submitted the success story. I have so many success stories that I need to post, both audio, email, so much. And I will get to them. It's just, I don't want the content on my channel to just be success stories. I don't want to be that person, right? I like actually having lessons and coaching and stuff like that, not just, oh, look what this person did. You're like, good for them. Right? How do I do it? Right? So that's why I post the content that I do. Like, the video today was literally inspired by a coaching client. She has been a texting client of mine for a while now, and she's made major shifts and stuff like that. She's actually one of my success stories. But I brought up that again to her, and I brought it up to her in the past, and she's like, why don't you make a video about this? Because more people need to know about this. I was like, cool, let's do it. So that's why I made the video. Ashley, I like the shorter video format you did recently. I think it's okay to have a mix. Yeah, absolutely. So I try to mix it because some people need shorter, some people need more detail, right? Some people need straight to the point. Some people need longer. That's why I mix it up. Everybody learns differently. It's kind of like in my 14-day SP challenge, I have different ways of learning, right? I have a workbook for the people that need structure with that, and reading and actual tasks to do every day. What is that? Tactical learning, right? Hands-on learning. I have the audio and the videos for my audio learners. I have, the visuals with the workbook too, and with everything else. I literally try to make it so it's for everyone. So a course like that is going to be for every learning style, right? It's kind of like I have guided meditations for people that need that. I have affirmation tracks for people who need that. I have actual tasks to do and things to implement for people that need that. There's no right or wrong. Melanie, I love the success stories where where we learn a lesson from them. Yeah, absolutely. And make a compilation of just the guys, because there's not a lot of guys in this space. And I feel like they deserve that. They deserve that, to know that they have a place here. It doesn't matter to me what someone's gender is, what their sexual orientation is, anything. It does not matter. Manifestation is for everyone. Because what is manifestation? Manifestation is awareness of the I am. The I am is everything. The I am is male, female, non-binary. The I am is trans. The I am is every color. The I am is every ethnicity. The I am is every nationality. The I am is every religion. You name it, it is. So this is for literally everyone. Elisa, do you think you may unmask for a minute? No. Why should I? Why should I? See, I don't matter. I am just you. That's the point. The point is to not focus on me, is to focus on you. To focus on the words that are coming out of my mouth. They're coming out of the mouth hole. Okay? That's the point. So, no, I don't ever plan on taking off the mask. When I did tarot and twin flame coaching, which I've already explained on my channel what I used to do when I did that, I started that in 2020. And most of the time I wasn't on camera at all. Like, it would just be my hands and the cards and me talking. But if I ever was, it was mostly on Instagram. I would always have a mask on, either a lower mask, a filter with a mask. I didn't have these, but I had a different one, and I would wear that. I always had masks on. And again, that was for a reason. It was so that they would pay attention to what I was saying, not who I am, because who I am doesn't matter. I am just you. All right, guys. I think I'm about to get off of here. It is late. It's after 12. I need to start winding down. I need to go wash my face and just chill out. And tomorrow I've got recording and editing to do. And then I've got to edit this. You guys will get the replay before everyone else does, but it's probably not going to go on YouTube until like after Monday, because of how much I've got to edit this thing. Because there was things that were said that is not good for YouTube. And this was a fun session. I think this was our funnest one yet. Glad I came on even though it's late. Yeah. So guys, I will see you next time. I think I'm going to do it a little bit earlier on the next one. I will announce on the Skool, maybe do like a poll of like days that I'm going to be available. And then you guys can decide which day you want me to come on. We'll go with a vote, and then I will schedule it. But I think I'm going to go on a little bit earlier next time. just so, again, we're hitting people with different time zones. Because there's some people that, like Blessed, that it's like late / early morning stuff like that. Like so we can get everybody in, and kind of like Lizelle earlier, she got up at 4 a.m. her time. So we'll get it taken care of. But regardless, guys, I know no matter who's watching this or attending, whether you are attending live or you're watching the replay, you're about to have the best day or night of your life. And I already know that that's the case for you. Take care.